So it's been about 5 years since the first Lego movie came out back in 2014. And that was one of the most surprising movies of the entire decade, if not like ever. I don't think anyone really expected the Lego movie to be that good, but it came out, it got really good reviews, and turns out everything was awesome about that movie. The question is, with the sequel coming out, is everything still awesome? Let's find out. The Lego Movie 2, the second part. The Lego Movie 2, the second part, is the sequel to 2014's The Lego Movie, and while it's not directed by Phil Lord and Chris Miller, it's still written by them. It's directed by Mike Mitchell this time. And it stars basically the same voice actors as the first one. You have Chris Pratt in there, Elizabeth Banks is in there, and actually Tiffany Haddish is in this movie, which is kind of surprising. But basically what this movie is it follows Emmett, and like they're trying to save the city, their city, from aliens. Basically aliens come, they attack the city, they destroy a lot of it, so now they're living in like this post-apocalyptic world, basically kind of like Mad Max. And then another alien creature comes and kidnaps a bunch of Emmett's friends. And so it's now up to Emmett to prove that he is as tough as he was in the first Lego movie and go save his friends. Alright, so let's talk about the Lego Movie 2, the second part. So like I said earlier, the first Lego movie, it was one of the biggest surprises to me. Like, that year, it seemed like it was going to be that year's Emoji Movie, almost. Like, I'm not even kidding. I thought it was just a dumb idea when it first came about. But then the movie came out, and it was like one of the most surprising movies ever. Like, I ended up really loving the first Lego movie. And then you have Lego Batman, which came out a few years later, and that was another really good movie. Lego Ninjago, yeah, that was a bit of a disappointment. It was okay. It wasn't anything spectacular, though. But then you have Lego Movie 2, the sequel to the first Lego movie. And the question is everything still awesome? For the most part, yes. Yes, it is. I really enjoyed the Lego Movie 2. I thought it was really funny. I thought the animation was beautiful. I really had a good time with the Lego Movie 2. So yeah, starting off, we'll talk about the animation. Of course, the animation's beautiful, and it looks like stop motion, although I think it's actually computer animated. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think it's computer animated, but it looks a lot like a stop motion animation film. And that must have taken years to make. Like, I think the first Lego movie took like 4 years to make or something like that. So, yeah, and this one came out, 5 years later? So, yeah, no wonder. So, yeah, I'm wondering, like, they must have put a lot of time into this to make sure that the animation still held up to the original. And it does. It definitely does. I also really like the voice acting. I love Chris Pratt. I really liked Elizabeth Banks in this movie. Tiffany Haddish was in this movie as well, and she needed it because she was terrible last year. But I thought she did really well in this movie. But yeah, the main thing I like about this movie is the comedy. I thought it was really funny. Like, the Lego Batman was mainly a comedy. That was hilarious. And then the first Lego movie was also a lot of comedy. That was funny. But this, like, I think this one's almost funnier than the first Lego movie. There were a lot of great jokes in this movie. But the other main thing I love about this movie is just how self-aware, like, all these Lego movies are. They know exactly what they're doing. Like, they know exactly what they're making fun of. And it's just super meta and super self-aware. And I really, really love that about this movie. And the story itself, I was a big fan of it. I actually really, really liked the story. And then there's some new characters in this movie as well that we meet. I thought they were really good. And the main thing, though, is this movie is fun for families. Like, I could see families really enjoying this movie. Even if you think the Lego movie is just like a stupid gimmick, or if you thought it was a stupid gimmick, make sure to see that movie first. because I'll admit, I really misjudged it until I saw it. So make sure to see the movie first before you judge it. It's a perfect example of that. And this movie's kind of the same way. But yeah, the Lego Movie 2, it was a really, really fun, enjoyable ride. And just like all the jokes, how self-aware it is, the characters, and just the whole plot point. There's also a couple plot twists in this movie that I didn't see coming. And yeah, M. Night Shyamalan, take notes, because I think this is how you do a plot twist right. And by M. Night Shyamalan, I mean M. Night Shyamalan now. Not M. Night Shyamalan back in like the late 90s, early 2000s with like Unbreakable and Sixth Sense. I'm talking about him now with Glass. Because those twists sucked. But yeah, the twists in this movie I thought were really well done. A lot of them I didn't see coming, so yeah, overall, really enjoyed the Lego Movie 2. Now, of course, as good as this movie is it as good as the first Lego Movie or Lego Batman? No, I don't think I would quite go that far. While it is great, it's not as great as those first two movies. Definitely better than Lego Ninjago, though. I can definitely say that. But yeah, like, for example, there's some things that I did see coming. A couple of plot points that I did see coming. I thought they were a bit predictable. And while, like, the first Lego Movie and the Lego Batman movie, like, it was a movie that was clearly geared towards kids and adults. Like, this one I felt was a little bit geared towards kids a little bit more. I mean, I do still think families, like kids and adults, can really enjoy it. There were just some of the jokes were just clearly geared more towards kids. So there's that. Not a huge flaw, but just a small thing. And yeah, some of the jokes did miss, but not a lot of them. And the soundtrack to this movie, while for the most part I really loved it, there was one song in this movie that absolutely annoyed the hell out of me. It happens midway through the movie, and yeah, the Lego movies are known for like these catchy pop songs, like Everything Is Awesome. I love that song. But yeah, there was another song in this movie that tried to be kind of like that. It just ended up being really repetitive and annoying. I mean, it'll get stuck inside your head, but yeah, it's not a song that you'd want stuck in your head forever, like Everything Is Awesome, for example. So yeah, I just found that to be really annoying. But I mean, really, other than that, that's really all I've got. While the Lego Movie 2, the second part, might not be as good as Lego Batman or the first Lego Movie, I do still think it's a really enjoyable movie that kids and adults can enjoy. I mean, I wouldn't say it's as great as this movie back here, but nonetheless, it is still really enjoyable. You can have a lot of fun with it, and I'm open to seeing a Lego Movie 3 if they do decide to make one. Or even a Lego Batman 2, because, again, I thought Batman was hilarious in this movie, just like he was in Lego Batman and the first Lego Movie. So, yeah, still a very fun movie. I'm going to give the Lego Movie 2, the second part, an 85% certified fresh rating. That is an A-. Alright, so there's my review of the Lego Movie 2, the second part. Have you guys seen the Lego Movie 2, the second part? If you have, what did you think about it? How would you compare it to the other Lego movies? Make sure to let me know down in the comments below. And what's your favorite Lego movie so far? Or even your favorite animated film of the year if you have seen How to Train Your Dragon Hidden World. Like, do you think this is better than Dragon Hidden World? Or do you think it's not quite as good but still really fun? Let me know what you think about this movie down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content to come in the future. I know I promised a Major League Baseball free agency video sometime, and hopefully I'll be able to get that done this week. I have been very busy lately though, so no promises, but I'll see what I can do. But anyway, again, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more reviews to come in the future. And until the next video, once again, my name is the California Cougar. Always remember, stay California cool. Peace.